Oh, well, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do at all. 1 second. It is time. There we go. Sorry, I don't know why I had that screen up, but here we are. It is Monday, the stream before Christmas. So Merry Christmas to everyone, or Happy Holidays, whichever you prefer. It's Merry Christmas to me, so I say Merry Christmas. Deal with it. Deal with it. Welcome, everyone. Today we are talking fish and fish-related topics. Let's see. Alex, Tiffany, Texas Fish Room, Fish Tank Barn, BJ Palmer. Hello, everyone. I'm just going to say hello to everyone because there's already so many people here. I will say, hit the like button, please. Please hit the like button. Turn my ringer off here. Act like I've done this before. Real quick. Let's see. Oops. Okay. Boss Hog, what's going on? Yeah, I don't know. That intro is for something else and for the gaming channel, not for this channel. Oops. Forgot that was there. So what's going on? Nice hoodie? Yeah, I think so. Huh? Whoop, look at him screaming. Ah. It was December 24th on Hollis Ave in the dark. Yep. I was just listening to that song. Just listening. I would listen to that song to get me jazzed up for the stream, you know? Get some beats going. What's up, Bob? Not much. You know, today it did not get above 30 degrees at all. It was crazy. See? Told you. Was just listening to it. I like the new name. Okay, me too. Case 2 says, Merry Christmas, Bobby, Thunda, and the Fish Gang. What was I talking about? Oh, it did not get above 30 degrees today. It is officially cold here. And I've been working on insulating the fish room even more. There's already a ton of insulation, but it still got a little bit chilly. Hello, Bob, and everyone in chat. Hello. Eric, stand up and show us your hoodie, Bob. What? This is a 3D all over print. Whoa. Snailed it. Sitting in the fish room with the aircon on. It's so hot in here. I actually I have an insulated door, but I still had to insulate the door. The insulation in the fish room has 1 inch of foam, and then over that is the R12 or R14, I don't remember, Pink Panther. So it's already got pretty good insulation, and it's still very chilly. Well, I mean, not very. For a fish room, I mean, it was down in the 70s. The heater is set at 84. There is a drastic difference between, like, it's the fish room's 9 feet high. Up top, it's like 84. But on the bottom, it's like 70. The swing is crazy. Mr. Maldo. Of course, I forgot. Like an idiot. This might be a delivery for me, actually. I gotta look. Sorry. Clark, is your house on fire? You have to watch that movie at least once every year. You just have to. It's like a rule. Looks like his hands are on your tatas. Are we just gonna get like Christmas vacation quotes this whole stream? I mean, I'm not against it at all. Here in Alabama, it's going to be in the 70s Christmas Day. We are actually looking at a really neat little cold streak starting Saturday. It's supposed to snow all weekend and then lighten up a little bit, but there's like a 10-day stretch of snow in the forecast, which would be crazy. M&C Aquatics, yes. It says try a ceiling fan to help push the hot air down. I was just looking at that, actually. So I have a perfect spot for a ceiling fan. I don't know if that's the route I'm going to go yet. versus like just regular, any fan, like a $20 box fan. Although I'd like it to be a little bit nicer than just a box fan sitting somewhere. So we'll see. I might go that route. I might. They weren't as expensive as I thought. You can get some for like $80, like very basic ceiling fans. Some a little cheaper. The little lights, Clark, they're not twinkling. Thanks for noticing. Thank you. Matthew Vargas, what's going on, buddy? Are gold laser Corys a mix of green and orange lasers? Just throwing it out there. I want all. Let's see. So you can do orange. Not really a Christmas color, but it's almost red. It's close. Orange and green. Like a Christmas themed fish tank. I don't know. What is going on here? Do any aquatic fish or plants benefit from a shorter light period during the winter? I don't know that there is specific any benefit. My mind is going to like Aponogetans, but they die back, and so there is kind of a cycle with them, but I don't know that it really matters or that it benefits them if you did that. Nothing I can think of offhand. Barbara says we're getting cold rain all week. I'm not complaining. I love it. In the 40s. Oh. I know what that noise is. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. 10 days of snow. I really doubt it. I mean, they don't even know what the weather is going to be like tomorrow, let alone like the next 2 weeks. So how they can predict that, I don't know. Texas Fish Room says need a good ceiling fan. Yeah, I'll probably go that route, but I want something that's controlled via Wi-Fi. That way I can just hardwire it in. I don't need to wire in like a separate switch or anything like that. It's 9 feet tall, so I don't really want to like have to reach up and like pull the string. So I'm guessing it's going to be probably about a $200 job, but we'll see. I've had it since I started in this hobby 5 years ago. My streak has been broken, unfortunately. Impulse bought some rams at Petco. That'll do it. Thankfully, I have a quarantine tank and a med trio. Yep. Ceiling fan would be best, especially with a 9-foot ceiling. Really do the trick. Yeah, but the other thing is I really don't have... See, I don't know how invested I want to get into this ceiling fan, because a lot of the fish I keep don't need higher temperatures. Like rainbows don't need it. Lots of like shrimp and live bears, and I do have some Plecos, but obviously I'm gonna have 40-gallon breeders like stacked 3 high, so I would put the Plecos up high. So we'll see. They make Wi-Fi ceiling fans. Yeah, I see them on Amazon. Like I said, I don't know that I want to commit to the price tag of one of those yet, but I think it would be the best. It's the best route to go. So I probably will. It's just one of those things. Like I'm very. I'm not gonna say cheap. Maybe I am. I don't know. I like to use the word frugal. So when it comes to spending money, I usually look at something for a long time, and I kind of him and haw, and then finally I'll just be like, whatever, screw it, I'll just buy it. And I should have just bought it right off the bat, but I'm still just like, I don't know, $200, I don't know. But and it doesn't even matter what it is: cars, ceiling fans, bones for the dogs. I don't know, screw it, whatever, just buy it. Does Pacific Northwest snow come with a lot of ice? Not generally in my area, but there is like a huge, like it snowed here Friday night, I think. We got snow, and a friend that lives like a mile away didn't get any snow. So, and like my vehicles were covered, so, and he didn't get any, so who knows. I'm trying to watch Annie live on Broadway on NBC and listen to Bob stream at the same time. Ugh. Annie? Ugh. Broadway? Ugh. But yeah, we get like freezing rain sometimes, which is always fun. I love going out in freezing rain and watching people try to like walk around. It's the greatest thing ever. It's so funny. I don't know if that's mean or not, but it's great entertainment. What can I say? I had a ceiling fan in every room but the bathroom in the 3 houses we've owned. Since this is my last, I'm eventually going to put one in the bathroom too. Yeah, I had a ceiling fan in my last fish room. and I didn't really have a need for it, but it was nice. It was nice to have it. Get a cheap one and wire it in with a cord. You plug in and then just plug it into a Wi-Fi plug. I do already have the Wi-Fi plugs. I do not have any actual outlets, so anything I get is going to be hardwired, regardless. So I don't know. I'll do it eventually. I just bought an air purifier today, so it's like I want to buy a whole bunch of stuff at once, especially this time of year. Gotta buy presents, which I'd much rather do. So happy to be able to tune in. It's been a while for me. Herbert, good to see you, buddy. Don't forget to hit the like button, and that goes to everyone. The more likes, the more people, and the more fun. More fun. Danikin, Kenny, what's going on, buddy? Zanes, what's going on? So yeah, just a general Q&A like always. I'm prepared to go a full 2 hours. I know there was some maybe not last week, but I got my water. And in case I run out of this water, I got this water. And in case I run out of that water, I got some orange flavored water. So lots of water. Speaking of which, I'm gonna have some. Buy it. It's only money that you ain't taking with you. I know. I say that all the time too. Like when I'm talking other people into spending money, I'm like, you can always get more money. And it's true. It's this day and age, it's not terribly difficult to get money. But still, I like to save. I like to save money. Bob, the live chat disappeared, and I can turn the green light on and off when I click on the live chat button. The live chat disappeared, and I can turn the green light on and off when I click the live chat button. What? I did have a Zen Ginger, sorry. 26-month member chat. Howdy, Bob. I missed you guys. Merry friggin' Christmas to the jolliest bunch of assholes this side of the nut house. Oh, such a good movie. If you haven't seen Christmas Vacation, you're really missing out. Really missing out. Like, what are you even doing with your life? Loving the 70s vibe. Is it 70s? I don't know. I just turned on red and green. Like normally it's a little darker in here. Maybe that's it, because normally these are white. So it's a little more lit up. I'm finally at my computer so I can actually chat. How's everyone doing? Upper Aquatics, formerly Biscotti Nunya. I'll have to remember that. Biscotti Nunya business. Upper Aquatics. Biscotti Nunya Upper Aquatics. Okay. I'll try to remember that. I won't, but I'll try. I lost my third honey gourami in a year and a half today. He was so friendly. Don't know what happened. It sucks. All the other fish are fine. I don't know that that's something I would be concerned about, honestly. I mean, absolutely, it sucks to lose fish, but losing 3 honey gouramis in a year and a half doesn't really spark a lot of concern. It could just be old age, honestly. The Fish Room ABQ member for 5 months. Thank you. Curtis Schindler, member for 26 months, says, "Oh man, look what I found. That's what you spend your one green chat on. Look what I found. Look what are those? You only get one like every, I don't know. Love how YouTube put pressure on me to do better on uploading more content before year end. How did they do that? Did they like come to you and like break down your door and pin your arms behind your back and say, make more content? Curtis Schindler with $1 super chat. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Did you put your Depends on just in case? I actually have a hose that I just goes right out the window. It sits right by my desk here, so I don't even have to get up. You wouldn't even know. I could be going to the bathroom right now. You wouldn't even know. Go straight outside. Never have to get up. Fish Tank Barn, Merry Christmas, buddy. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Their monthly milestone. Oh, so you get them every month? Ooh, that means I should have some. I'm not going to lie. I did cancel a lot of memberships, but I still have a couple. Emailing me, Aqua Garden Zen. Did they email you? Really? Man, I haven't heard from YouTube. I I've probably been on their crap list for a while, because anytime I message them, it's not very nice. Not very nice. It depends. Oh man, I could tell a funny story, but I'm not going to. Not appropriate. Oh shoot, I'm in top chat. I apologize. I'm probably missing people's chats. Yep, there we go. Nola's Dolls and Aquatics. TMI, Bob. TMI. I mean, it's better than leaving for 5 minutes, right? And doing the away screen that I've lost in the ether when I moved. Xanadudu, ho ho ho, Bob. Plus all my fish fan friends, Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas and Sealing Fan Fund. Happy Christmas and Sealing Fan Fun. Happy Christmas. Isn't it Merry Christmas? Merry Christmas. And happy... Oh, gosh, dang it. I give up. Hi, do. So what else is new? What else is new? Outside of insulating the fish room, I took down a stand. I probably... You know what's crazy? I don't remember who I was talking to. Maybe it was Jimmy. I don't remember. But somebody asked me how many tanks I had set up now. And I only have 7 tanks set up right now. That is the least amount of tanks I think I've ever had set up since I started back in the hobby. It's crazy. Like, I'm feeding, and I'm like, there's no way. There's got to be more somewhere. It takes like 2 seconds to feed my fish now. Oh, it's crazy. Regina Phalanges, this is amazing to me. LOL, 15 whole months. You're great, Bob. You're great. Peeing your pants is cool. Consider me Miles Davis. Got invited to speech lecture by Dr. Paul. I know Dr. Paul, but I can never pronounce his last name. So, there you go. Regarding red jewel cichlids, hemichroma species tonight, it was awesome. Mickham, that's very cool. Dr. Paul Lowels, I can hear when other people say it, but I just can't say it. I don't know. But I bet that was a lot of fun. Hey, Mrs. Fingers. What is the most amount of tanks you've ever owned? So, that would be almost impossible to... Because I have like 100 tanks. Like I only got like 7 of them set up. But I've got a ridiculous amount of tanks. I'm going to start selling them soon. The most I've ever had set up was probably in the 30s when I had 2 fish rooms going, although one was like halfway taken down. So there was a few months period when I had 2 fish rooms going, and I think it was in the 30s. I know when I just had my first fish room up and running, I had like 33 at one time. I started the other one. I might have hit 40. I might have when they were both going. I was sitting on the couch the other night with my dog. I looked down at his fur and saw what I thought was a piece of dirt. I picked it up and it turned out to be a ram's horn snail. I thought that was going to go a whole different direction. But, interesting. Let's just call him Dr. Paul. Dr. Paul. Yeah, I thought that was going to be something else, but I'm glad it was just a ram's horn snail. I saw one crawling across my floor the other day, which wasn't too surprising because I was moving a tanks around, but it was still interesting. You moved, Bob? Yeah, I moved quite a while ago. It feels like yesterday, but it was actually over the summer. So I guess it hasn't been that long. I think August, like the end of August. We're down from 22 to 16 tanks and about to consolidate 4 more tanks into our larger community tanks, and we'll be down to 12. That's the least I've ever had in over 3 years. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to be able to spend way more time on less tanks. Oh, look, there's one of these here too. Merry Krampus. Merry Krampus. Keith746. Oh, Keith, what's going on, buddy? $20 super chat. Thank you. I really do appreciate that, Keith. Thank you. And good to see you. I don't know why, but I feel like it's been a while. Maybe I'm misremembering it. But yeah, good to see you, buddy. Does NexGuard work for snails? What about shrimp? I've actually never used NexGuard. Let me take a peek. NexGuard. Chewable flea and tick prevention for dogs. That's probably not it. Yeah, I don't know what NexGuard is. Heavy planted, established 72-gallon, no water change in 1 year. Fish and plants are great. When I water change here before Christmas, should I gravel vac or just water change? Honestly, there's many. This will cause like the internet to implode on itself as people arguing over this. If I did it, I would probably gravel vac, just so it would help prevent you from getting old tank syndrome. You could probably be just fine not, but I would probably gravel vac just to do it, just in case. There is some chance you might get old tank syndrome from not doing water changes after a year or two. So I would probably do it. Just get rid of some of the dead organics, suck it out of there. But like I said, depending on who you ask, some people will be like, nope, no need, don't have to do it. And other people are like, ooh, you're going to kill everything after like 2 years. So I don't know. Better safe than sorry, I say. As long as you don't lose the cycle in your filters or whatever, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Michael, duh, says your hoodie represents the greatest Christmas movie of all time. I agree. 100% greatest Christmas movie of all time. Well, hey, buddy, if it stays warm like it has, I may order some fish from you after Christmas. Kenny, oh, speaking of ordering fish, Zen Ginger, what's wrong here? What are we missing? Jeez. All right, we got to get that link going. We got to get that Dan's Fish link up here. Where's it at? Here it is. So we got to, here, my chat's over here. Buy live fish here. Yoink. There you go. We are going to pin this message for anyone who wants to buy live fish. And look, we have a Dan's Fish question right there. Is Dan shipping fish still? Dan, I believe, is not shipping fish until the 8th. I might be wrong. Maybe that's when he stopped. Orders received after will start shipping January 4th. Okay, January 4th. So if you order now, it won't ship out till Tuesday, January 4th, which is very smart in my opinion. That is, instead of going Monday, like Monday is going to be crazy because they're going to be closed like all weekend. They're going to have all that holiday crap. I did the same thing. Always avoid shipping the Monday after holiday. Oh, it's the worst. Tuesday the 4th. Lots of cool fish. Lots of cool rainbow fish. Rare corridoras. They are rare, so you're going to have to pay the rare tax, but just keep that in mind. I was just asking you. I know. Matthew Vargas says, Bob, I did it. Congratulations. Congratulations. It's not going on our yard, Russ. Oh, my gosh. When he brings home that gigantic Christmas tree and the neighbor's like, where are you going to put that? And he says, bend over, I'll show you. Oh, my gosh. Well, Bob, the link works on YouTube chat. Oh, is that the only problem you are having? Links don't work on Instagram, my friend. I thought you were copying and pasting it and it wasn't working. Oh, boy. Zane has a fish question. A fish question. How does colony breeding work for fish? So when we talk colony breeding for fish, it's a little bit different than like humans colony breeding. It basically just means that other fish will not kill the fry. There's many species of fish that if a male comes upon another male and it has fry, then it will try to kill all the other males' fry. Colony breeding in the fish world just means that won't happen. So, like, you could get multis, for instance, which is a shell dweller. The multis will colony breed, so they'll all be in the same tank. They'll all be honky-dory, nice, chill. They won't really... There'll be some squirrels, but they won't... Squirrels, whatever. There'll be some bickering, but they won't, like, seek and destroy other fry. Whereas if you have, like, a golden ocelotus, which is another shell dweller, those males will actively seek out and kill other spawns. So those would not be colony breeders. Those are ones you'd have to separate. Keith, Bob, do you remember me from being in the chat when you and Jimmy played PUBG? Yes, there was like 14 people that would show up every time. Yep. You got a lot of nerve talking to me that way. I wasn't talking to you. And his wife is standing next to him. Let's cut the chase here. Jim Carrey and the Grinch is the best. False. Jim Carrey lost his mind a long time ago. I'm not saying it's a bad, but to say it's the best, no. Wait, Christmas Vacation. Dank Tanks, what's going on, buddy? But I approve of any holiday movie, so it's not a matter of what's better. They're all good. But in my opinion, this one's the best. Man, I would show up. I don't even know what that means, but all right, there you are. Yeah, you would show up. Mary Page. Well, something happened to Ted. I don't know, Margot. Yeah, I don't know. Jim Carrey, the Grinch. It's just, I don't know. Curtis says, I miss PUBG days. So do I. I really like Scrooge. I mean, guys, we're not really in the second hour yet. We should really be trying to keep this about fish. But, you know what? If 155 people are okay talking Christmas movies, then I'm not going to stop you. Oh, another fish question. What species of fish would you be your absolute favorite in the hobby? It's by far rainbow fish. Aqua Garden Zen. By far rainbow fish. Not even close. There's not. It's like I don't even have to think about it. Rainbow fish are my favorite. PUBG sponsored a college football bowl. What a stupid thing. Yeah, that's kind of stupid. That is kind of stupid. Let's be honest. I would be surprised if I woke up tomorrow morning with my head sewn to the carpet. See, there's just so many one-liners from that movie. Like, can anyone give me any one-liner from The Grinch? Get out of here. I don't know if there is a Christmas movie I really love anyway. Are you one of those, Die Hard is the best Christmas movie? Ha 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 ha. Those people are annoying. Yeah, if you're one of them in this chat right now and you say Die Hard is your favorite Christmas movie, you're annoying. It's not a Christmas movie. There's lots of movies that take place in December that are not Christmas movies, all right? Ever kept Frontosa, Bob? No, Stu, I've never kept Frontosa because I've never had a tank large enough for a school of Frontosa. Frontosas get very big, and they love to be in schools. And generally speaking, sorry, my one and only bala shark that I own, I am not in the habit of buying large fish that require large schools because I just don't have a way to keep them. I did purchase a bala shark a long, long time ago, and probably shouldn't have. Fine, I'm not going Grinch. I really like Home Alone when I was younger. There's two movies that I watch on Christmas. It's Christmas Vacation and Home Alone. Home Alone does age really well, but Catherine O'Hare is an amazing actress, so, you know, anything she does is going to age really well and be awesome. It's definitely Christmas movie week for me. Okay, Hare question. What nanofish are up your favorite? What rocket killifish? Clown killifish, same thing. I don't know why I don't know why I said rocket. It's some people call them rocket, but clown killifish, by far my favorite nanofish, by far. Pseudomagills are really awesome as well, but I'm still gonna go with clown killifish. That is a close second. Pseudomagills are a close second. Dwarf corydoras are right in there at third. But if I had to make a list, it would be clown killies, pseudomagills, dwarf corydoras, and then probably some like neon green rasboras would be there. Maybe it's going to be a lot of rasboras because I really love rasboras. Give me someone while I wait. I want a Red Ryder BB gun. I never had one of those, believe it or not. I had a BB gun, but not the Red Ryder one. I have still yet to ever see that movie. I've never seen it. How come you aren't participating in the Simple Fish Keeping series with Jason and Johanna and John and Lisa? So the only person that's asked me is John and Lisa. And they asked me when my house was flooded. I should say when my home flooded. And so I just couldn't. Like, I just had way too much stuff to do. Like, all my crap got ruined. So yeah, that's basically it. John was the only one that asked me, and my house was underwater, so I couldn't really do anything. So it should really be interesting to get 10 days of snow, and when that melts off, probably gonna flood again. I want some clone killifish. I want some clone, the marbled crayfish, the self-cloning crayfish. Just playing with some settings on Fluval Lights. Anyone else hate their slider feature and wish you could just type the percentage in? There's a lot of things that I wish you could just type in instead of doing that stupid slider. I'm telling you, a lot of things. My whole fish room is going to have 24/7 mode, which will be really nice. We'll have sunrise and sunsets. The room itself is going to have sunrise and sunsets. Each tank will still be separate, but the room itself will have a 24-hour light cycle. My favorite Christmas movie is March of the Wooden Soldiers. I've never heard of that one. I'll have to look it up. Steenfott Aquatics, could you mention the Super Cichlids donations fundraiser for 14-year-old Anna who lost her mom? Check Lisa Holber Facebook profile for details. First drawing is 21st. Crown Tail Half Moon, that's about all I can mention because I don't know what this is. I haven't heard of it, so I can't really mention it outside of reading your comment. I'll read it again. Could you mention the Super Cichlids donation fundraiser for 14-year-old Anna who lost her mom? Check Lisa Hober, Hoebr Facebook profile for details. First drawing is the 21st for 10 discus from Han USA. There you go. Sorry, I'm not aware of what that is outside of what you just mentioned. So hopefully that shout out will help you out. I'm in love with those CW127s. Those and my lipstick rainbows are on my Christmas wish list. Lipstick rainbows. Sex lineata. Melanotaenia sex lineata. You can hear a dump truck driving through a nitroglycerin factory. And Ginger Gumbo with a $5 super chat says, please hit the like button. Thank you. Bob created a giant fish tank. Yes, my house got converted from a home to a fish tank. To a giant pond. Actually, would be more accurate. A giant pond. You couldn't hear a dump. Oh, I had already read that one. Who did I just see here? I think I just saw Jess. Oh, Mains, Tails, Ferns, and Fins. Hello. Fish Fam Mom Susan had some of them. All right. What else we got going on here? I think I'm all caught up. Oh wait, that's part of your Christmas. You're like, I'm gonna get you some. I don't have those rainbows anymore. Sorry, I gave them away. You're way too late. You missed that boat. I gave those away way long before I moved my colony of lipstick rainbows. Kevin, hello Kevin, what's going on, buddy? Just got 2 pair of Bolivian rams for my 75-gallon Blackwater. Sweet fish. Cannot say enough good things about Bolivian rams. Super awesome. One day I will breed them again, but probably not for a while since I've already done it. Lumpy Dog, your comment makes me hate that I can't like comments. Yeah. Hey, Jess is here. Jess is here. Thank you. Thank you for coming, Jess. You're very popular, if you couldn't tell. Everyone's happy to see Jess. Oh, man. Interesting. 20 long, good enough for rice fish to breed communally in heavy plants inside. It wouldn't be my ideal situation, but yes, I think your rice fish would breed no problem in a 20 long. I'd want something a little bit larger myself, but yeah, I mean, people breed rice fish in 10-gallon tanks. So, how long did it take you to reach 1,000 subscribers? It feels like it's taken me forever. Aqua Garden Zen, I was extremely lucky when I started YouTube, and when I decided I was going to get serious about YouTube, I already had like a few hundred subscribers, and then I had 3 videos like go back to back viral, and so I hit 1,000 like really quick. Yeah, so I just got lucky. Well, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't luck. I mean, people liked the video, so I must have did a good job. So, I don't know. But, yeah, so it didn't take me very long at all. But I realize that's not the norm. Definitely not the norm. It definitely, like, 1,000 is definitely like that special milestone, though. Am I planning to do more outdoor tubs this spring and summer? I'm hoping, actually, I don't know that I'll do more, but I am hoping to do like a outdoor tub area / like aquascape, like landscape, some ponds, some actual ponds. We'll see how that works out. I don't know. I want to actually dig them out right now because the ground is so soft from all the rain. Like, and I've already been, like, the last month and a half, I've just been, like, digging drainage ditches, just digging and digging and digging. So I'm like, why not just dig up a couple ponds right now? Like, seriously. So we'll see. We'll see. What were the viral videos that did it? It was my fish room tour, I believe, Corey's fish room tour, and then like I think a video on a 240-gallon tank, if I remember right. I don't remember, but I think that's what it was. I could be wrong, but those are, I mean, we're going back like to 2016. I think that I could be wrong, but I think that's it. I'm really not feeling the fact that you can't close the YouTube app for member-only streams and listen to them. Yeah, that's really weird. It's very annoying, and really weird. Do there fish suggestions for a 6-foot, 90-gallon with Severums and Geo Wine Milleri? Why not like some Australian rainbow fish? They're like $1. They'll get pretty good size, and they school really well, and they should be able to take whatever the Severums can throw at them. And they're a lot of people don't like Australian rainbow fish because they're just silver, but once they get old, like their fins get some really cool colors on them, and they're really active. And besides that, of course, I'm going to say rainbow fish regardless. Sounds fun. I can't wait because this year I'm going all in with 2 tubs. I still have 4 tubs with fish in them right now. Well, 3. 3 tubs with fish and 1 tub with brine shrimp, all still going outside. So My tub of Buenos Aires tetras is completely frozen over, and I can still see them swimming below the ice, which is crazy. Obviously, white cloud minnows, no problem. They're swimming below the ice. And I have a tub of goldfish, feeder goldfish that are still swimming below the ice. Well, they're just living below the ice. They're not really doing much swimming. And then the brine shrimp are still doing brine shrimp things below the ice. My Aussies are beautiful and won't stop spawning. Geophagus Wine Milleri have been psycho in my experience. Psycho. So basically collaboration videos. I think it was just the one from Aquarium when I did Corey's fish room tour. There was mine fish room tour. That wasn't collab. And then I went to Aquarium Co-op retail store. Which I don't know, that's not really a collab because Corey wasn't, he might have been working in the store that day, but it wasn't like like your traditional collab. But people love fish room tours. People love store tours. They kind of get done a lot now, so they don't get as many views as they did back in the day, but they're still generally pretty good. Like your own fish room tour should always do really well. That's just across like any genre. Like I've been watching houseplants and these people that have like tropical fish or tropical plant rooms, and it did like my plant room tour, and they have like hundreds of thousands of views. So like no matter what genre, those always seem to do well. Funny, that's one of the suggestions in the YouTube email to grow. I'll have to get over my anxiety and collaborate with some fish fam friends. I will say there's so many fish people on YouTube now that it should really be a benefit. There's not really a lot of fish tubers that would say like no to a collaboration, I feel. But it's, in my opinion, it's hard to collaborate virtually. Like if I was to message John and be like, let's do a collaboration, and he'd be like, well, what do you want to do a collab on? I'm like, I don't know, you're 3,000 miles away. And I there's like the multiple series going around now, and that's really like the only way you can really do it. It's a lot funner to collab in person than it is virtually, obviously, right? That should just be a given. Need one more like of the sun will explode tomorrow and the earth will go dark. Please save the sunny earth, please and thanks. Oh, we need one more like. Need one more like. Curtis, I got brand new Aussie fry. This makes the 5th time. I have to scoop them out and put them in my other tanks to let nature take its course. Handheld cameras in a fish room, fish store can induce motion sickness. Yep. But I will say, as a YouTuber, you get complaints no matter what. I've done fish room tours where I hold the camera and I'm just like, oh, look at that. And I'm all over the place. And people are like, oh my God, you moved the camera too fast. It's making me sick. And then I've done tours where, you know, I'm on the little gimbal, so the camera like never moves. And people are like, oh, this is so boring. Like, it doesn't really matter. People complain both ways. So, whatever. Can't win them all. When to put a fish in a newly planted tank and which nanofish are good for it? Well, it depends. Like, do you have a 5-gallon tank or a 20-gallon tank or a 3,000-gallon tank? I was like 99. You're welcome, Bob. I don't even know what you're talking about. You're 99? I thought you were 50. Can't see the line, can you, Russ? Tis the season to be merry. Well, that's my name. No shit. When to put fish in a newly planted tank. So there's a few variables. One, I would test your water and make sure your tank is cycled. If you're new, if you're a beginner, if you're not too familiar with planted tanks, you just test your water. Once you see that it's cycled, then put fish in. UPS are living the dream. Nice. I've had Aussies in with some turquoise, and I've never got fried. Well, your turquoise are probably eating any eggs for sure. Aussies will eat their own eggs too, but turquoise rainbows can be jerks. They'll eat anything. They'll eat anything and everything. They don't care. Subscribers? What? I'll be taking my like back. That's what I figured. It's only just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. I just want to win the ones who think I'm awesome for me and what I do. You just want to win the ones? Just want to win the ones who think I'm awesome. Win. I don't know what that means. Win? Mark says, I've had 2 pea puffers and a 5-gallon for 2 weeks with some MTS snails. MT snails. Should I be worried that I haven't seen them eat or hunt for the last week? Didn't even respond to a live white worm yesterday. Well, that could be 2 things. Would I be worried? I would definitely be keeping my eye on them. I would be making sure that their guts are nice and fat, no sunken bellies or anything like that. But as long as their bellies are nice and round, not like bloat, they don't have to be fat. They don't have to be John Candy. Just a nice round stomach. Then I wouldn't be concerned about it at all. But if it's starting to look like they're sunken in belly, then I would definitely be worried. And I'd probably get some bloodworms or some live black worms. But they could just be feeding off the snails that are in the tank already. No get bags. So question, do you ever step out of the aquarium hobby towards the terrestrial side like reptiles and arthropods? Yes, all the time. I'm actually a certified master herpetologist, so, just saying. That's kind of an inside joke. I'm not being cocky. But yes, all the time. All the time. Bob, do you have your Mata Mata turtle back in the fish room? No, we lost the Mata Mata turtle. Actually, it got sick and did not pull through. So question, do you ever step... Oh, I already got that one. Get some floating plants. They love spawning in mine. Well, yeah. Maybe he doesn't want them to spawn. Have you ever experienced fish tuberculosis? I would say yes, but I have no way of, definitively saying. They say, Diana Wallstead, I think she was the one that said 70% of all fish have tuberculosis, or TB, but it's really, you don't see it until their immune systems become compromised. Maybe it wasn't her. Somewhere, maybe it was, who was it? I don't know. I don't want to say it was her and then not have it be her, but there was someone that went to Florida fish farms or something. Gosh, I wish I remember what I was reading. But they estimated 70% of the fish at farms had TB, and you wouldn't even know unless their immune systems became compromised. Rest in peace. Yep. She had some issues. It's okay. I'm not a fan of Oscars either. Just saw their spirulina in the sweet tart ropes. Spirulina is really good for you. Really good for you. TB, I thought that was just BS. Certainly not. But there was one time, I want to say back in 2017, where I was just losing fish in my fish room left and right, nonstop. All my tanks. Something had spread, and it was just over the period of a month and a half, just stuff was just dropping dead nonstop. It was very frustrating. But I never paid the $500 to go send in a fish and get an autopsy or whatever. I probably should have, but I didn't. Fishless Clive says, Merry Christmas, Bob. Merry Christmas to you too, buddy. I love Oscars, usually blackened with pico de gallo. He worked really hard, Grandpa. Worked really hard. What's my favorite blackwater plant? Probably Amazon swords. Probably because they're the easiest to grow in black water. So that's why I'm gonna say sword. S-word plants. S-word plants. Oh, is Camantha here and I missed it? Well, I will say hello to Camantha if you are here. Are all Plecos jerks, or is it just mine? Just yours. My bristlenose goes out of his way to smack everyone else in the tank with his tail. That can certainly be a bristlenose Pleco. I would say it's very common, but there are definitely some jerky bristlenose Plecos in the world. I don't know. They just weren't raised right. Their parents didn't hug them enough. I don't know. I've never had bristlenose Plecos that do that, but I've heard many of tales of bristlenose Plecos being jerks. But I would say it's not the norm. I would say it's definitely not the norm. Like, I've raised thousands of them, and I've never had a jerk. Love the fancy red and green Christmas mood lighting. Me too. Me too. I had to turn down all the white lights because it was drowning out the red. You can barely even see the red. But if I turn the regular lights down, you can really see it. Camantha. Oh, you are here. Hello. Well, shout out to Camantha. Thank you again. Thank you again. Hi all. Can anyone list some 3 to 6 inch red and or black community fish that we should get? Let's get some suggestions for grints. 3 to 6 inch red or black community fish. I will throw mine out as roseline barbs. They're not primarily red or black, but they do have red and black colors. So there's my suggestion. Roseline barbs. We'll see if anyone else gives some suggestions. Lisa says, I like your hoodie, Bob. Me too. Me too. It's all around 3D print. So the back is like the back of him. Yep. This was a gift from my mother because she knows I love this movie. So shout out to my mom, who's not watching, but maybe. Small chance. My sword converted in the back of my tank, and without me knowing, converted? My air stone was on top of it, and it grew crumpled leaves. Anything I can do or have it to suffer the consequence of my actions? Wait. Converted. I don't know what you mean. Converted in the back of my tank without me knowing. Air stone was on top of it, and it grew crumpled leaves. I'm so confused. I mean, you can cut the leaves off if you really wanted to. Our royal Pleco is pretty mean, very territorial. There's definitely some territorial Plecos. Generally, bristlenose outside of their caves are generally not jerks. Generally. My bristlenose and Panagara seem to get into it over some food. Yeah, that is definitely one time when Plecos of any kind can be jerks when they're fighting over food. What's the minimum tank length? So my minimum tank length for a full-grown roseline barb is going to be 6 feet. Now, you can definitely do them in like a 75 or a 90 or a 4-foot tank, and they'll do just fine. But for me, after moving my colony over to... so what did they start with? I got my roseline barbs, a school of them. They started in a 40, then they went to a 75, then they went to a 125, which is 6 feet, and then they got moved to an 8-foot, 240-gallon, and which was super amazing. But even like just the difference of them going from a 75 to a 125, they were way more active. So for me, I would want to see them in a 6-foot tank just because I know what I'd be missing if I had them in a 75. Word to your moms, I came to drop bombs. Thanks, everyone. You guys are awesome. Odessa barbs, Serpes are red and black, platies, mollies, millennium rainbow fish. Look at all these suggestions. My wife is absolutely scared of plecos and frogs. That's weird. I want these. She said she will be okay with pretty tree frogs, and giant toads in Florida messed her up when they jump on you. Why would you be afraid of plecos, though? That seems weird. I've heard of that before. Like, I've heard other people say that. Just grew weird leaves because something was on top of it while it converted from emer. See, swords are like a nubius. They generally don't convert. There's, at least in my experience. So that's really weird. Maybe I'm just getting lucky with my sword plants. However, if you don't like the way those leaves look, just cut them off. They'll grow new leaves. Now, if you only have like 3 leaves on your Amazon sword and 2 of them are crumpled, don't cut them off, you know. But if you have lots of leaves, just cut them off. They'll grow back. You'd have to post a YouTube video of them and add your tank at Grint's King. Absolutely scared of plecos. Man. I don't like what is scary? What would scare her about plecos? Like, is it just the way they look? Did she get attacked by them as a kid? I mean, I don't know. They're pretty harmless. I guess if you step on one, that would kind of suck, but like a big one. Anyways. Have I ever had a problem with Odessa barbs ripping up and eating your Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Caleb's fish room, I had Odessa barbs once and once only. Because they eat plants, they rip them up, they shred them. If they're not eating them, they just have like this personal vendetta against plants. Like, they just hate plants. There's lots of people that keep their barbs with plants, no problem. But when I did it, they just destroyed them. I moved them to a different tank with different plants. They destroyed them. And at that point, I was like, you guys got to go. And I took them to the local fish store. I was like, no. Sorry, you don't get to destroy my plants and still live in this house. Not happening here, buddy. Wait. The plecos are scary to her because they suction to the glass. That's a weird thing to be afraid of. But hey, I mean, who am I? I'm not judging. I'm just saying that's kind of weird. Kind of strange. We just got 4 foot 90 gallon, and I figured 6 foot minimum for rose lines. Thank you. I mean, they'll do just fine. They'll do just fine. But they love swimming and swimming fast. And a full grown rose line is going to be right around 6 inches. And if you have a school of them, it fills up a 4 foot tank really fast. What is my opinion on the blood parrotfish? The blood parrotfish is just a hillbilly goldfish, and I'm not a fan, but we can still be friends. If you like blood parrots, we can still be friends. I'm personally just not a fan of them. I think they look weird, and normally I am a fan of things that look weird, but these things are just too. They're just I don't know. I'm not a fan of them at all. They look like something that some mad scientist created in some lab somewhere, which is basically what happened anyways. I don't know. They are just not for me. Nope, not for me. And I always get hate, which is fine. You can hate me, but I'll still be friends with you. I'll still love you. You can hate me. I'll still love you. Blood parrotfish remind me of GMOs. Well, to be fair, not all GMOs are bad, right? But I don't know. Yeah, my barbs have ate all the leaves off my pogo, but don't mess with my water sprite. Zen Ginger dropping a link to become a member. Thank you. I appreciate it. Never done a YouTube video trying to do a red and black planted tank theme. Red and black planted. You're going to have a problem finding black plants, though. Just kidding. I know you're not going for that. Bob, I made a swarm emergent intelligent video on how to predict the movements of schooling fish. The one I mentioned last week, and you said sounds like something you'd make. So I did. I would guess it's predictable based on volume, like how, not volume, based on quantity. For instance, like if you had just one person, it would be and he was walking around, it'd be hard to like predict where he's walking. But if you had like 1,000 people, it's a lot easier to predict where 1,000 people are gonna walk. Is it kind of like the same? There's a word for it. I forget what it's called. Do you ever get Ezel's chicken? No. Although I did learn something fascinating about the owner of Ezel's. But no, I have not made it down there. Not yet. I don't even know when the next time I'm going to be down in that area is. But I will. If I'm ever down there, I will definitely check it out. Plecos are cool. Lamp eyes are scary. No, see, what's wrong with lamp eyes? What's wrong with you people? I've heard of a place actually housing a tank of them. A public aquarium realized they made a mistake. Lampreys. Never mind. I thought you meant like lamp eye killies are scary. I'm like, what? How is that scary? That's crowd modeling. So yeah. So is that like the same thing with fish schooling as far as they're going to be predictable? Oh man, I wish I could remember what the actual. There's like an actual scientific term. Is it crowd modeling? I don't know. Lemmingism, lemmings, good old lemmings. I agree with you on parrots. Yeah, I don't get it. Sorry, like I said, if you love parrots, feel free to hate me. I'll still love you, but I just don't like those fish. I can't do it. I can't do it. All right. Supposed to be getting something delivered by Amazon. I just want to see if it's here yet, because I don't want it to be outside. Ooh, motion detected. Maybe it is here. Okay. Seen that, Alex? It was awesome. It's based on 4 variables. I explained in the video. Also give a cool link. Programs where you can create and control your own flocks in your own school. So what you're saying is, Bob, you stupid ass, watch the video so I don't have to explain it here. I get it. I get what you're saying. I get it. Ooh, 4 stops away. Oh, Amazon changed their tracking to Christmas sleighs. Like, it's not a van anymore. It's a Christmas, or like a Santa's sleigh. All right. 4 stops away. Herd mentality. Herd mentality. You heard it from Purd. You heard from Purd. Purd. Okay, I don't know how that goes. It's been a while since I've seen it. I'm doing a red plants, white sand, and rock, blue shrimp, and black mollies. Red plants. Interesting. What's the oldest Episto that turned into a male? Sneaker. So that's kind of a impossible question to answer, because they don't turn into males. Like, they were always a male. But the old sneaker male. I've never had a sneaker male like where I didn't like where it was actually fooling me like after like 6 months. That's very generalized because this is something that I've never like tracked. But thinking back, Epistos grow super fast, and it's really easy to spot sneaker males after like 4 or 5 months. Purred happily, yep. You heard what is it? You heard with Purred or something like that? I don't know. Black rubies haven't touched the plants in their tank. Pogos, yes, black ruby barbs, definitely. I've never had my black ruby barbs go after plants, ever. Super underrated fish, super duper underrated. Holy cow, Candy overalls. I know Candy's not here. I'm not falling for that one. Hello, all you fishy people. Hello. Perfect happily. The only sneaker male I've had was a scarlet batis. Never mind. I was gonna say something. I'm really glad I thought about that first before I said it, because that might have been interesting. So I'm just going to move on. I haven't had much luck hatching aquarium co-op brine shrimp eggs. I didn't have any issues with the San Francisco Bay mix that came in with my hatcher. Any tips? I haven't ever hatched brine shrimps, so you are asking the worst person in the world. Well, I mean, I have a brine shrimp colony, but I don't like hatch them. Like, they do it all, you know, they give live birth, whatever. So yeah, Mega McChamp. Unfortunately, I'm the worst. Maybe someone in chat can help you out there. Let's get chat to help out. Mega Machamp? Mega Mac Hamp? Anyways, says I haven't had much luck hatching the aquarium co-op brine shrimp eggs. I know they're, from what I've seen other people's videos, they have a very high hatch rate, so that is unusual. I didn't have any issue with the San Francisco Bay mix that came with my hatcher. Any tips? Hopefully we can get someone to chime in. Variables are 1, sight distance on how close the vector of each fish is to one another. 2, they want to stay near the middle of the school. Well, that makes sense. Right? The ones on the outside are going to get eaten first. 4, copy the moves. Oh, Candy is here. That's like, I don't even know what to say to that. Welcome to the stream. I was just about to say, I see Candy too, but the Candy I see is a little bit different. Just saying. I just did a video on brine shrimp hatching 2 weeks ago on my channel. It explains why low yields exist. There you go. Secret history living in your aquarium. Is there actually like secret history living in my aquarium? Have my aquariums been around long enough to actually be history? I don't know. Candy is in the house. I don't know. I don't see it. Maybe if she dropped a super chat, I'd see her name. But as of now, I don't know. I don't see her. Sneaker males, in my experience, are just subordinates. They stay out of the way until... Yeah. So, excuse me, Paul is absolutely correct. I mean, that's the whole reason they're sneakers, is so they don't get, beat up on by the alpha male. So they're just like, I'm just a female. Don't mind me. It's a Christmas miracle. It totally is, Ginger. It totally is. A Christmas miracle. Seems like all the old schools are here. Oh, Kevin Keener. Speaking of old school, you're definitely in that group. Nah, it's just the history people never asked about. Do you add baking soda to the BBS hatchery, says Paul. I want red vines. No red vines. I have got lots of beef jerky here, though. Lots of beef jerky. Did you go to college to gain the knowledge that you needed for what you do now? Well, this is what I do now. Well, it's about 60% of what I do now, I would say. Maybe 65, maybe a little higher. No, I did not go to school for college, although I do have a college background in computers, but that really doesn't help with anything because it's not hard to go on YouTube and learn about computers. Let's be honest. So I did waste a lot of money in college, and here I am. I definitely don't do this for the money, because if I was doing it for the money, I would have been like a pro athlete or a doctor. So I do this because it's fun and I like it. You should definitely check out Alex's videos. It's pretty awesome. I check out Alex's videos like once every 2 months. And this is how I look at everyone's YouTube. It's not anything to do with Alex. It's just how I YouTube. Awesome, Alex. We'll be watching it since we are getting ready to start up our brine shrimp hatchery from Corey. Yep, I still have to do mine. Still, They were out of brine shrimp eggs forever, and I think they got some in, and I didn't buy any, so there you go. I second the baking soda if you're I think if you're using the chlorinated tap water, you will need it. Zenzo did a video on hatching brine shrimp. Bob was a Chippendales dancer during his college years. Negative. I was a poker player. 12 terabytes of cardinal tetras. What? 12 terabytes of cardinal tetras. Ah, boy. Although I would condone working at Chippendales over going to college, because going to college is terrible right now. Absolutely terrible. Just saying. Moving on. Been a while. Good to be back. Yeah, Kevin Keener. Kevin, you are like OG. Like, I'm pretty sure you've been here since like a few hundred subscribers. Maybe 1,000. I don't know. Anyways. Okay. Time to wet the whistle again. CJ Black. More OGs. Candy Overhauls at Steenfott Aquatics, at everyone in chat. Hello. Paul? Oh, hey, Paul. Hi, Candy. Hope you're keep well. Planted Tanks. Hello. All right, now we are officially in hour 2, where we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I am paying attention to this delivery, though, so I apologize. We got this little air purifier coming that I don't want to be out in 20-degree weather. Air purifier for the fish room. College could just be one class on how to find and cite reliable sources, infos. Boom, you save yourself $100,000 in loans. It's such a bad return on investment right now. It is just awful. I mean, look at like the UW is like $15,000 a quarter or something ridiculous like that. Like, don't even get me started. I got lazy and haven't hatched any brine shrimp in a couple months. We have tons of fry, so guess they are doing okay. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely lots of other things to feed fry besides brine shrimp. Out of all the fish I bred, and I've bred a lot of fish, I've never hatched baby brine shrimp. I've never had a need for baby brine shrimp. I've never had a fish, like my go-to is like powder food, and I've never had an issue with just fry eating powder food. Now my fry tanks are like covered in algae and mulm, and they're just, there's probably all kinds of microorganisms that they're eating off anyways. But yeah, that's how I breed fish. I find it easier. So it's more like set it and forget it, I had brisket tacos for dinner last night. Win for me. Sounds like a win. I'm in grad school, and it sure would be nice. Candy LOL, yes, you keep very well. What? You keep very well. Take 2 classes at the master's level. It's only $3,500 a semester. Man, I was just... Yeah. All for a piece of paper. Oh, yeah. Okay, get lazy up, had brisket. Okay, how about it's time where you remind them to hit the like button, T-Dub? Yes. How about it's time to remind you to hit the like button? Northwest Fish Keeping. What's going on? 'Tis the season. All right, here we go. Paul, my recipe for hatching baby brine shrimp: 1 tablespoon of kosher salt, pinch of baking soda, a pinch of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baby brine shrimp eggs, aerate for 30 to 36 hours, put light on them for the last 6 to 8 hours. There you go. Paul's secret, not so secret, recipe for hatching baby brine shrimp. Son is about to start his 5th year of med school. Debt is real. Oh, crazy. Couldn't waste my parents' money on college, so I joined the U.S. Air Force and made some money of my own. It's just, I don't know. Trying my hardest not to rant. You guys keep pushing me about this college stuff. I'm going to rant. And you don't want to hear an uneducated hillbilly like me rant about education. Secret History Living as Aquarium says, I have an archaeology master's, 2 BAs in cultural anthropology and history. Never have been paid for anything related other than YouTube. Yeah. Congratulations! You have useless degrees. Not, you know what I mean. Brine shrimp can be nutritional, but most are very, very devoid of nutrition compared to other live cultures. Critters in the hobby, they are shelf-stable in cyst form. It's the only reason we use them. There you go. I got paid to get a master's degree in chemistry. Colleges were begging for students. Begging. Well, yeah. If they get guaranteed loans. Ugh. My mom watched your video of your chicken coop tour the other day, and now she won't stop asking how your chickens are. So how are your chickens? Jamie, my chickens, or I should say Jamie's mom, the chickens are doing fantastic. We was what? We was is what? See, don't listen to me about education. I can't even speak in a complete sentence. We're okay. Let's take a little time out here. Take a little time out. Okay. So I was hatching out a batch of eggs, but lost power, and guessing that's where the eggs went bad. So we did not get. I did not get those eggs, but we'll try. I'm gonna try again here soon. Once we got a snowstorm coming in, so I probably won't hatch out any. But yeah, the chickens are doing great. Quail are doing great. Turkeys, my bald eagles are doing great. I've only had luck with hatching baby brine with the Zis hatchery I got from Aquarium Co-op. Politics and international relations degree here. Fun but useless degree. Raise your hand if your neighbor's house has ever been on fire. Fire. Have you kept Shelly's and Julie DeChromis together? Yes, there are many videos on my channels about, well, maybe. There's definitely a few, but yeah, I've kept Julie's and Shelly's together many times. Do they prey on each other's fries? So if you give them their own space, the way I did it is I kept Julie's and Shelly's in the same tank. The last one was a 40 breeder, and so on one side I had a stack of rocks. On the other side I had like all the shells, and the Julies would stay over here, and the Shelleys would stay over here, and there'd be some predation on fry back and forth. But in general, they still both colony bred, and wasn't really an issue. Will you sell quail? No. I release them back into the wild, but I don't sell them. I left school right after I started because I started making so much money in construction project management, and now I still make great money and I have no school debt. There you go. You need a broody hen, Bob. My boyfriend has a BA in anthropology. My best friend has a BA in anthropology. She's never used her degree to earn money. I feel like Indiana Jones came out and everyone was like, oh baby, I'm getting a degree in anthropology. It's kind of like when, you have all these like CSI shows out now, like a billion of them, and now everyone's, I'm going to get a degree in criminal justice and criminal science, and it's, ugh. Anyways, not gonna happen. It's CSI is not real, people. You can't go get a degree in criminal science and then think you're gonna have like this career like CSI. That's so stupid. Hillbilly rants. Why I'm here. This blue collar fish keeper likes like-minded fish keepers. Would you release some towards the back of my truck? That's funny. That's funny. You want a good paying job that can't be outsourced? Get trade electricians, plumber, carpenters, mechanics. Mechanics are a really good one. I mean, geez, talk about making lots of money. I mean, yeah. Anyways, I just took a class on. Yeah. Anyways, not gonna get into it. Moving on. Do you think a fairly medium bamboo shrimp and full-grown platies would be good in a planted 20-gallon? I think platies, depending on the size. I think if your bamboo shrimps are molting and they don't have a really good place to hide, I think your platies would. I don't know that they would kill it, but they would definitely pick at them when they're molting. So I would be weary of that, and make sure they have places to hide when they molt where the platies can't get to them. Dexter made me want to be a forensic scientist. Or will the shrimp just be annoyed? No. The only time the shrimp are going to be annoyed, son of a quack, is when they're molting and if they're getting pecked at. Because when a shrimp is molting, they become very juicy to fish in the tanks. They become very good, nice and tender and tasty. Am I going to do a Christmas Eve or a Christmas stream? If I do, it would be just like members, just because I think that it's over the weekend and that's when I do member streams. So if I do, it'll just be a member stream. Otherwise, probably not. Oh wait, Christmas is on a. I don't know. I don't think I would do like a Christmas stream, like an actual Christmas stream. But that's what I'm doing right now. That's why we got the red and the green and the Clark W. Griswold. Anyways, electrician worked for me. Electrician. I mean, you're always gonna need electricity. We can go on to tangents, but not about people boasting their useless degrees. We do have a lot of people mentioning their useless degrees, and it's okay that they themselves say their degrees are useless. But I said it to Alex, but he just busting his balls, Just some good friendly ribbing. What's my preferred substrate for shellies? Sand. Gravel or maybe lava rock for base, then top with sand. It's always sand. I would never do anything besides sand, because it doesn't matter how much depth you have in sand, the shellies will always dig it out. So if you have like 6 inches of substrate, shellies will always dig to the bottom. If you have 1 inch or 6 inches, it doesn't matter. And personally, for me, one of the fun things about keeping shellies, like multis, is like every day, every 2 days, like they just rearrange everything. Always making new stacks of sand. Always push another male stacks of sand over. So it's just a lot of fun watching them go crazy. If yours is useless, don't speak for everyone. I think people are allowed to have their own opinion. It's nothing to get upset about. Like, I don't know. Unfriend, Bob. Unfriend. How about this mix of angels with cribs? 65 gallons. Yeah, I mean, your angels are going to stay towards top. Your cribs are going to stay towards the bottom. 65 is that the 4 foot, like the weird marine land one? Yeah, I think it'll be just fine. Lots of people have done it. Where is the Christmas music? It's in the hands of the copyright gods, so no Christmas music. What seems like just last month when I was on KD Tropical's live stream on Christmas Eve last year. Time flies. This was a very quick year, I feel. Last year kind of dragged on forever, but this year's already over, which is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Recommendations for flow for Scarlet Batis. I wouldn't do flow with Scarlet Batis. They're not really found in like fast flowing streams. So I mean, outside of like flow you would get from like a sponge filter or hang on back or something like that, I wouldn't add extra flow for Scarlet Batis. And also they're really small fish, so they can't handle like a ton of flow. I work in a hospital. It's interesting, but not my element. I feel the need for a job in nature. Yeah, I mean, honestly, as long as you enjoy what you do, then who cares, right? Who cares what anyone else thinks? If you got a degree and someone else says it's useless, but you enjoy it, like, who cares? You know? I don't know. If you're doing something that you don't enjoy, I hope that you're working at getting to something that you enjoy. You know, maybe this is just one step in the cog, one little step on the stairs of life to get you to where you want to be happy. But do what makes you happy, not what makes you money. How about this mix? Oh, we already got that one. Because you don't need money. I mean, who needs money? Had a feeling Scarlet Batis like low to no flow. Mine seems to hang out in the back where there's a low flow. Yeah, definitely. I would not do flow for Scarlet Batis. Yeah, whatever you're getting out of like your filtration, is gonna be more than enough for them. No flow is needed for Batis. They all live in flooded fields. There you go. There you go. Just don't know where to start. Well, I think you are in a group of a lot of people. There's probably a lot of people that don't know where to start. I think these are like, if you want to make groups, like there's the group of I don't know where to start, and then there's a group of I don't know when to start. Like I feel like those are the two largest groups by far. Once you figure it out, you just gotta jump. You just gotta jump. Right? Bob says, if I enjoy serial killing, I should keep it up. Wait until my wife hears the news. Well, I mean, if anyone in the fish fam was a serial killer, like, I would put my money on you. I mean, let's be real. I enjoy my career and the killer money, but this time of year is rough as a UPS package driver. Cribs can be kept with anything. They bother nothing, and nothing bothers them. Well, I wouldn't go that far. That's kind of a leap. Cribs can definitely be jerks, especially, or I should say mostly when they spawn. Outside of spawning, they're pretty good in community tanks. But if they're spawning, I would definitely keep an eye out, because they can be some kind of jerks. Yeah. So anyways. I mean, hey, you gotta do what you're good at. I'm working on getting a job I want, but this ridiculous housing market. You don't be afraid to take a job you don't want, though, right? Like I said, as long as you're moving in the direction you want to go. If you gotta make, you've got to make sacrifices and take this job until you get the one you really want, then that's what you got to do. Nothing wrong with that. Just don't let it ruin your life. There's a lot of people that take jobs just because it's the only job they can get, and then they're miserable for the next 20 years. That's no way to live. I had 4 Nevia, and they were not fun. 4 Neva. For what, Susan? What? UPS for living the dream says my a-holes are cribs. My cribs are a-holes. Don't you have albino cribs? So they're already mean. Like any albino fish is mean just off the bat. Like that's just common fish keeping. Albino fish are mean. Doesn't matter what type of fish. Pimping it easy. I had 4 cribs and they were not fun. I mean, I've never kept common cribs or giant cribs, but I've kept red Nigerians, which were pretty chill cribs. I've kept the Maliwe cribenses. Those were pretty chill. But again, once spawning started, they definitely protected their territory. I'm not getting a job until I grow up. Just pro crib propaganda. The media loves to portray cribs as all peaceful when in reality they're cold-hearted killers planning to take over. I will say, I mean, that is one of the great things about this hobby. I mean, you could have cribs that are like super peaceful and chill, and then you could have like cribs that are just a-holes, which is clearly what's going on here, right? And there's just multiple ways to be successful in this hobby. Multiple scenarios, all kinds of variables. That's what makes this so fun. Wait, have I ever kept emerald dwarf rasboras? Not on a hobbyist level, but when I had my online shop, I did bring in emerald dwarf rasboras. Not really my cup of tea. They kind of hit a lot, but you know, some people enjoy them. So, but I've never had them in like one of my personal tanks. My dream job don't pay enough for me to live the life I have, so I'll just keep the job I'm okay with now. So you're saying that your dream job isn't being a TikTok superstar, but you're gonna do it anyways because you are? Is that what you're saying? What? I have a stable job, so I'm sticking to that, but doing research on things like park ranger, forest services, but would really love nature involved. I would say that like forest services, probably not something I would recommend. Unless you're really into manual labor. Forest services is hard physical work. Thoughts on mixing cribs and shellies? I probably wouldn't, because they are definitely going to be bothered by each other. They will not get along. I've enjoyed my yo-yo loaches the mostest. Yo-yo loaches are fun. Most loaches are fun though. Emerald dwarf rasboras are identical to celestial pearl danios. They even interbreed. I know, Paul. Go ahead and rub it in. What do you call a package car driver who enjoys Christmas? Retired. That's kind of funny. Life is good. Merry Christmas to you, Bob, and everyone in chat. Unless you're really into being alone. What? I've had a male crib kill his wife. That'll happen. That's pretty common in a couple different species of dwarf cichlids. I'm no superstar. TikTok pays superstars, and I don't get paid yet. I know. Oh man. Anyways. Do you attend GSAS meetings? Negative. I used to do the breeding program at GSAS when I was a member, but I haven't been a member in some time. Camantha says, Merry Christmas. Life is good. Merry Christmas. Yeah, so for the Greater Seattle Aquarium Society, I was Breeder of the Year, I believe, one time. Horticulturist of the Year, I think, one time. But yeah, kind of gone away from GSAS. Does anyone have a male L204 just laying around? An extra male L204? My cribs are mellow until they spawn. All bets are off. Yep, and that's what you should definitely be aware of if you're getting into cribs. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Life is good. Yep. L24. Bob, what water parameters do you keep rainbow fish in? Pretty neutral. I honestly don't worry about it with rainbow fish, to be honest, because they can adapt to a wide range. I've seen people keep rainbows in like Lake Tanganyika biotopes, so like high hard water pH. And people keep them in South America, soft water, low pH. Mine I pretty much keep pretty neutral. Right around, my water is like 6.8 to 7 pH. I keep them about 75 degrees. You know, it varies depending on the time of year. So yeah, just pretty neutral all across the board here. Referring to the previous live stream, I'm just making a new batch of beer, so I'll have pics of the CO2 catchment system for over the ferment period. Oh yeah, we were talking about CO2 last week, weren't we? Life is a pain. Anyone who sells otherwise is selling something. Bob, was GSAS just to new, unclicky, friendly, and open-minded to change your like? Wait, what? Okay, let me process this. Was GSAS just too new, unclicky, friendly? Actually, I found it to be exactly the opposite. I found GSAS to be way too clicky, like the old guard, refusing to change anything, holding certain things hostage if they didn't get their way. Lots of things. A few things. My dragon micro gobies mimic almost perfectly the pattern and color on my baby panda loaches during feeding. Ever seen anything like this? That's actually pretty cool. Frozen over, but good. Epistle males are really hard on the females. I had a male rip the face off a female before I can pull him after the spawn. See, I've only bred, I think, like 4 species of Epistos, but I've always found that dynamic very interesting. So when I was breeding Epistos, it was the males were always like hyper aggressive until the spawn, and then as soon as the spawn, like the females flipped a switch and became hyper aggressive towards the males. And I've had females kill the male after the spawn if I didn't get the male out of there quick enough, and I always thought that was pretty interesting. That's my joke. Raise your hand if you saw the movie Claws. I was surprised how good it was. Nope. I totally agree about GSAS. Yeah, it's... I don't know. I would say in my corporate voice, I would say there's areas of opportunities. How about that? GSAS has lots of areas of opportunity. It's about as corporate as I can say it. What's my favorite Episto? The Inca 50. The Epistogramma benchai. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. But that has been my favorite for quite some time, and it'll probably always be my favorite. I love them. I love their little spiky spikes and their colors. GSAS like the club or some kind of terrorist group that I've never heard of. Well, it could be both. What is an aquarium society going to take hostage? You'd have to like know the inner workings to get that, which I know that Alex does, so that's why I said that. Sounds like what? Sounds like human females before and after the spawn. That's kind of funny. I have no experience in that, so I'll have to take your word for it, Lumpy Dog. Or says I'm way behind the video, but on we're back to college discussion. We're gonna make people angry again. It could and should be a better deal, but you have to pay for the football team. I don't think any tuition goes to football. Goes to the football team. They make a ridiculous amount of money from sales, ad revenue, TV revenue. Like, no tuition is going to pay the coaches of a football team. I'd love to chat later at some point about local stuff. I wish there was an outside Seattle Aquarium Society. There is a, well, there was, and then COVID hit. I don't know if it's still a thing. Bentley would know. But there's a Northern Aquarium Society. And we were meeting in Arlington like every month. And that was like, it had just started like 6 months prior, like the summer before COVID, I would say, is when that club started. And then like everything shut down and I haven't really heard of anything since. My shabonkins, I just love that word. My shabonkins don't know what to do. 70 degrees one day, 30 degrees the next. Aqua Garden Zed says, LOL, got to go. Have a good night and happy holidays. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. It's coincidence about the spawning colors. Actually, they just get stripes to hide the shadows and shallow. Their range don't overlap in nature ever. Any experience with Xenotilapia singularis, keeping them with Burchardi's or other shellies? Singularis. I want to Google that one. I don't believe so. I do not believe so, but I'm going to Google it just to make sure. Xenotilapia singularis. I've kept a few species of Xenotilapia, but not this one. But based on the species I have kept, would they go with Burchardi's? Probably, but they would not last. Would they go with Shelly's? If your tank was big enough, yes. The reason I say that they wouldn't last with Burchardi's is because Burchardi's overtake everything. It's just a matter of time. I would never keep Burchardi's in my Lake Tingadekan tanks because they're like guppies and they will outcompete everything, and eventually everything else will die off slowly and you'll only have Burchardi's left. I've seen it happen a million times. Now there's people that do it successfully and where that doesn't happen, but majority of the time Burchardi's are just jerks and they're going to take over, and pretty soon you'll have like a billion of them and maybe like one Xenotilapia left. What else we got? I got to moonwalk backwards out of here. Good night, all. I got to moonwalk backwards. So the frontwards moonwalk. All right. All right, Lumpy Dog. See you later. Oh, is Paul leaving too? Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I've got to go to bed. Bye, everyone. Paul, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Good to see you as always. Can't type properly tonight. That's winter season there, Hardy. They will be good. They will be good, but they're probably confused. Definitely like, do we shut down for the winter? Or are we going to get our bikinis out for the summer? I don't know. Recently, I have a 50-gallon tank, thinking about what I could put in there. I have a 50-gallon tank too. It is a low boy that I will be selling probably as soon as the holidays are over. I'm going to have all kinds of tanks for sale. Better late than never. What an appropriate name. I have adopted a Delhaize biker. First 6 dorsal fins melted off, maybe stress. Melted off? Is it possible that it will grow back? What meds can I give the biker? So meds, I really wouldn't give meds unless you can actually see something like fungus like that growing on it. Otherwise, I would just do very clean water, super good diet, but I would make sure that water is like just pristine. But if you start seeing like fungus grow, then I would do meds. But I'm not a veterinarian, so take anything I say with a grain of salt. But that's what I would do. Susan for SLC Aquatics says, a Merry Christmas, Lumpy Dog. You're probably gone, but Merry Christmas. Rimless? No, the low boy is not rimless. Do I have any rimless tanks? I might have like one fluval 12-gallon weird tank like that. I don't know. Most of my tanks are going to be like Aquarium $1 per gallon tanks. Boss Hog with Creed. That's new. Boss Hog is Creed. That all makes sense now. With the $20 super chat, thank you, Boss Hog. I really do appreciate it, and good to see you. Speaking of OGs, here's another one. I'd love to buy a 75 from you. I think it would be cheaper for you to just buy it at Pleco at 50% off. But what do I know? Thanks for the super chat, Boss Hog. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. I'm still on this moonwalking backwards. I don't know. Seems kind of weird. Woot. My lotus pod finally stopped floating. I have an obviously pregnant pygmy corridors, and my Anubias is blooming. You got the trifecta. Pest snails. What do I do? I don't know. I don't consider snails pests at all. If you're in a situation where you have lots and lots of snails, My advice is to feed less, because if you're feeding so much that you have snails getting out of control, then you're feeding too much. But I don't know. If you just have like a couple snails, they're not pests. They're good for the ecosystem. Snails are healthy. They don't eat live plants. They don't harm your fish. They don't harm. Well, if you're talking about like your traditional like pond snails, ram's horn, they don't hurt anything. They eat dead or decaying leaves. They don't eat live plants. Like I said, I don't consider them to be pests at all. But if you have like billions of them, then I would probably cut back feeding. If you want to get rid of them, let's say you have like 1,000 of them in your 10-gallon tank, just drop down like a piece of cucumber, come back like 4 hours later, and it'll be covered in snails. And you can just slowly take it out with all the snails still on it, and you'll get rid of a large chunk of snails that way. There's like snail traps, but I don't know. Cucumber works pretty good. You could get like a empty bottle of soda and put like string beans in it, and they'll crawl through the opening. That you probably want to leave in overnight so they can actually find out how to get inside the bottle. But a lot of people do that too. But I agree with Caleb that snails are friends. Very beneficial to your ecosystem. Oh, shoot. No one reminded me. You gotta check my tracking. Still out for delivery. How long is it? It was 4 stops. I guess I am out in BFE. 4 stops could be a while. Surely it's still not 4 stops away. King with £5 super chat. Thank you. I appreciate it. I am the next stop. All right. Oh, this is going to be almost perfect timing for the 2-hour mark. All right. They know. Like, Amazon just knows, like, when the right time is. Is it okay to dose meds to prevent a sickness, even if there's no symptoms, just to keep the population healthy? I wouldn't do that. Mark, I wouldn't proactively treat something that's not there. So especially with medications, while they are good if your fish are sick, pumping meds through your fish is not good for their internal organs. So it will cause stress when there's really no need for it. Grinder, thank you for the super chat. We'll move past that. Let's just move on from that comment. Thank you, Susan. Better late than never. Assassin snails work really well for me. That's always weird to me. Like, you're gonna get snails to get rid of snails. Epistogramma ninjensini. Males are SOBs. The Hongsley females are closer in size to the males, so there's less drama in that tank. Maybe, but don't call them Shirley. Don't call them Shirley. So yeah, Mark, I wouldn't, oh, there it is. There's Amazon. Must just be humans then. I get it. I started 6 years ago this month keeping aquariums, and I've always had MTS since the start, and I still stand by them. Now I have a bunch of real chunky ones. MTS like multiple tank syndrome or Malaysian trumpet snails. I think Malaysian trumpet snails are super beneficial. I love them, and I'll put them in any Planet aquarium I ever set up. The dwarf purple smiling acaras are great for snail population control. Meds are rough on healthy fish. They it's not good to be just pumping meds through. Now, if it was like puffer fish that are really prone, then maybe. I know a lot of people will treat puffer fish like once a year just to make sure they don't have anything funky going on in them. They do eat lots of snails, lots of live food, so that kind of makes sense, but I don't know. Amazon schmamazon. What's your go-to food for carnivore plecos? Go-to food for carnivore plecos. What is my go-to food for carnivore plecos? Do I have any like actual carnivore? I have lots of omnivore plecos right now. Probably, I mean, when I'm serious about, yeah, I know it was a typo, Susan, but I wanted to, anyways. When I'm like really into like raising and breeding plecos, I go Repashy. It's just really easy to make a chunk of Repashy and leave it in the tank for 24 hours. They get to eat as much as they want. It's a little bit more expensive than like your wafers, but wafers are just not that nutritious to begin with. So I don't know. Any ideas for beak grinding food alternatives for puffers or just raised snails? Just raised snails. You don't want to be grinding your puffer's teeth, so just use snails. I'm going to take a break, though, real quick. I'll be right back. Turning on the mic. Okay. See? My new HEPA air purifier for the fish room. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was. That's what she said, but hopefully it's enough. I don't know. I've never used an air purifier, so we'll see. The music is from Stranger Things, not PUBG. His package has arrived. It's true. Hey, wait, what? I gotta close my doggy door. Now I got dogs everywhere. That's what I get. Whoa. I've got mold on my windows in my fish's bedroom. That's a pretty serious problem. You can get really sick from that. Should probably get a dehumidifier or put some tops on your tanks or something. Repashy seems to have doubled in price. Anyone use homemade? Has it? Let me take a look. It's like $20, right? Hi, thank you. Oh, this is all reptile food. What do I want? Let's try Repashy, Morning Wood. So Repashy has MAP pricing, so it should all be relatively the same, but let's see. That's Morning Wood for isopods. Holy cow. Soylent Green is $20 for a 6-ounce jar. Okay. it might be time to start building your own Repashy. Man. That definitely seems more expensive than the last time I bought it. In Arizona, Amazon can wait a bit. What? 2-year-old community tank. All of a sudden, trumpet snails. Love them, but where'd they come from? Spontaneous. I don't even know where I was going. Bottom licker. I think it's a bottom scratcher. Bottom scratcher. What's my favorite Corydora, and what do you feed them? What is my favorite Corydora? Probably, honestly, just the stir-by. Like, you cannot go wrong with a stir-by Corydora. Super hardy, good size, easy to spawn. And what do I feed them? So I don't really have one thing. I have one brand of fish food that I stick with generally, which is Extreme. My favorite fish food is the Extreme Nano pellets, and a lot of my Corys eat that. A lot of my Plecos eat that. But it has like just a ton of protein in it. So as far as like commercial food, then that's going to be it. But I have like every single type of frozen food you can get. I have live worms that I feed as well. So I'm all about variety. So I don't just have like one thing. I just got an order for a Crayfish Empire. Haven't used it yet, but it looks good. Is the gel in Repashy agar powder? If so, it's available in Asian grocery stores. I'm not sure what their binder is. What are your thoughts on this tank? I like it. I don't know what your tank you're talking about, but sure, I like it. 2-year-old community tank, all of a sudden trumpet snails. They had to normally they come in on plants. Have you bought any new plants lately? That's about the only thing I can think of. Barbara Johnson, that's a start. Still looking to buy several CW 111s. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. Agar powder is made from seaweed. I just ordered a bunch of seaweed, actually, yesterday. So, I don't know. There's a little factoid for you. Any suggestions for someone upgrading a 5-gallon tank to a 20-gallon? Not really suggestions. I would just make sure that you test your water. You're definitely, well, not definitely, but there's a good chance you might lose your cycle, so just be prepared to have to cycle your tank again. That's about the only thing you really need to look for. Otherwise, just have fun. It's always fun upgrading. My favorite fish food of all time. My favorite fish food of all time. If you're talking about the Extreme Nano pellets, I just found 2 brand new jars of it, so I'm pretty stoked. I was just about having to buy my another round of food, and then I found 2 brand new jars of it. Pretty grateful. I more than likely got them for free from Aquarium Co-op, so shout out to Aquarium Co-op for providing those. But yeah, pretty stoked that I didn't have to spend any money on fish food, at least not right now. They won't last very long though. I do feed twice a day, all my tanks. My suggestion is to add 15 extra gallons of water. Har, har, har. Okay, buddy, I get it. I love you too. I love you too. Okay? Go lay down. Go lay down. I love you too. Thank you. Thank you. What are your thoughts on this tank? 3 Pictus catfish. Love them, but I hate them. 1 4-lined Pictus. 2 Gourami. 1 common Pleco. Don't love that. Albino chocolate Pleco. Don't like that. Wait. Depends on what you mean by chocolate. If you mean bushy nose, then I am okay with that. 3 angelfish and a Synodontis petricola. There's a lot of things. Now, this is just my personal preference, so don't get angry. I I love Pictus catfish, but they're way too like hyper sporadic and spazzy, and they just dominate feeding time. But I do really love them, but I don't keep them for that reason. Common plecos, I just don't like common plecos. I don't think they should be in the hobby. And Synodontis petricolas really like to be in groups, so I don't know what size tank you have, but if you can get a couple more of them, then he would be way more happy with some buddies. So, just my thoughts. I love gouramis, so gouramis are cool. Angelfish, cool. Your Pictus catfish, I don't know what size they are now, but they're going to get pretty big. Your common pleco is obviously going to get huge. So just keep that in mind. You might, like I said, I don't know what size your tank is, but you might have to think about getting rid of them at some point. Reese Huffman with the $5 super chat says, this stream gives me something to look forward to on Monday. Oh, someone's got a case of the Mondays. How many dwarf red-tail eel in a heavily planted 55-gallon newly planted should I wait? If it's not cycled, absolutely. And thank you for the $5 super chat. I really do appreciate it. I would just wait until it's cycled. Once it's cycled, you could actually do quite a bit. It depends on how much of a food bill you want to spend on worms. But you could easily do like 6 of them or more. Like it really depends on how crazy you want to get. Just the more you get, obviously, the more maintenance you're gonna have to do, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, if you really want to go crazy, you could probably do like a dozen. They love to cram into like little hides on like kind of stay all bunched together. It's pretty fun. What kind of air filter purifier did you get again? That's a good question. I don't know. I've never bought one before, so can I show this without showing? Lavoit? I don't know. That one right there, LVH132. It's a lot, like I said, it's a lot smaller than I thought, so I don't know how effective it's going to be in my fish room, but we'll see. Understandable. And 55, he chills with the Pictus. Yeah, so a common pleco is going to outgrow a 55 real fast. That would be my only real concern. And like I said, I love Pictus catfish, but you just make sure everything else is getting some food. When I kept Pictus catfish, they were like no one else was eating. I used to make agar from local kelp, blend it in and let it separate 45 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and it solidifies with water and the vegetation at the bottom of the solid. There you go. Nick says, I have my 5-gallon for 2 months now. I test on a weekly basis and my levels are always 0. This can't mean everything is perfect, can it? A couple of guppy and neon tetras. It makes sense if you're using the liquid test kit that everything would test 0. You're more than likely already cycled. I wouldn't be too worried about that tank right now. I would just keep an eye on the 20-gallon when you upgrade everything. And if you're going to add more fish, I would do it like over time. Like if you're going to get like 12 new fish, maybe I would do 4 fish and then wait a little bit more. Wait like a month, get 4 fish. Wait like another month, get 4 fish. Just so you're not overloading your bacteria. This jug is way too big. Like I don't know. This is too big. That's just too much. Reese says this, I'm on the wait list for them at the moment, but the second they're available, I'm gonna scoop them up. They're pretty awesome. Those little eels are pretty amazing. Pretty dang amazing. Camantha says, yes, Extreme Nano, Bob. I'm telling you, that's my favorite prepared like commercial food is that Extreme Nano. It's amazing. Everything loves it. I love that like half of it floats and half of it sinks. That's perfect. I don't like when this is why I don't like flake food because it just floats. I don't like food that floats and I don't like food that sinks. I like when half of it sinks and half of it floats. That way my fish up top are getting fed, my corridors are getting fed. It's the best of both worlds. Your 5-gallon tank is either totally cycled or not cycled at all, and pure tap water. So the thing is, in my opinion, if he's testing with the API liquid nitrate test is terrible and highly inaccurate in my expert opinion. It's very common for people to not do the test right and get a 0 for nitrates. So that's why I say that. It's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's just that I just don't like that nitrate test kit. You have to shake that thing violently for like 20 minutes for it to be accurate. Which catfish stay smaller and are more chill than Pictus catfish? Like, if you want like a Pictus catfish style, like that look in a catfish, then just get Petricola. Like the dwarf Petricola, they kind of have like that same body structure, but they're way more chill. They're not all super spazzy, and you know, I love that they're super spazzy. Like, it's super fun. Pictus catfish are some of the funnest fish to feed because they're so spazzy. They're like the most highly food motivated fish out there. It's insane. It's fun. But because of that, they don't do well with other fish, in my opinion. But if you want something that's similar, a little more chill, dwarf Petricola, they're just awesome. They're super, super chill. They chill most of the times. They give them singing pellets. Others eat flakes. Plants. Okay, it's pretty fun as well. Next project for after these fish die might be pea puffers. Always looking forward. Once these fish die, what am I gonna get? That's such a morbid way of looking at the hobby, but I get it. Woodcats are pretty cool too, but they hide all day. Yeah. Some more than others, but definitely a majority of the woodcats are gonna hide. That's why, like, one of my dream like bucket list tanks is like a huge, well, not huge, but I don't know, maybe like a 75 gallon with like 100 dwarf Petricola in it. I think it would just look amazing. Good advice, Bob. I lost my colony of guppies. Didn't think about a new cycle. It's easy. I mean, I forget about the simple stuff like that too and kill fish. It happens to the best of us. Mine chilled out after a while. It's shocking. That is shocking. My Tatia Mosakyas jumped totally out of the water to strike for food. How about this? How many pea puffers in a 55 gallon? 36. That number is just right, just totally random. I've had Pictus catfish, loved it. Yeah, don't get me wrong. They're some of my favorite fish, but they're just so food, not even aggressive. They're just so food motivated. That would be awesome. Yeah. Someday I'll head over to the wholesale list and I'll buy like 100 dwarf Petricolas. It's gonna happen. Maybe that'll be like my 1 million subscriber like celebration, buying hundreds of dwarf Petricola. Reese, I don't know. It depends on what bottom feeders will go well with them. 55. Yeah, you could do 55 pea puffers in a 55. Like, the more the merrier with pea puffers, in my opinion. Now, you're going to be spending a lot of money in frozen brine shrimp, so just keep that in mind. The more pea puffers you have, the more your frozen food bill is going to go up. Are you saying that pea puffers are not real puffers? Interesting. Nick says I always bring my water to my local store and they actually verify. The only thing they suggested is my water was too hard. It told me a tablespoon of aquarium salt. That is such bad advice in my opinion. This is something that I hear from local fish stores. It's like, I can't tell you how many times I've heard a fish store say, add salt. Like, what? Why? Like, why? What is that doing for you? Salt has a lot of benefits, don't get me wrong, but it's just, I cannot believe how many times, like, I heard someone say, like, my tank's not cycled yet, what can I do? And they said, add salt. And I'm just like, be patient? How about you just be patient? Add salt? That's your answer to cycling your fish tank? I don't know. I don't know how adding salt would help. If your problem is your water is too hard, adding salt would just make it harder. I don't know. Am I missing something here? But how would that help make your water softer by adding more minerals? I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid. Dream is to make a pool pond for around $600 and have red tail catfish. Gotta have dreams, man. Feeding 1,000 petricola and a 20 long with a pretty girl thumbnail, putting a Vanna White style. Boom, you're viral. Viral. Well, this is why I have Oddball Aquatics sending me 200 Corridoras. Like, I don't know that I can have Vanna White on the thumbnail, but I definitely need something to make it go viral. And 200 Corridoras is definitely a good start. Regina Phalange says, I'm expecting a shipment of wild-caught angels and cories from Peru. Dan's Fish, my pH is 8. Should I dilute my water with RO, or should I just add botanicals and driftwood? I would not dilute. I would use driftwood and botanicals. I would also advise to try to acclimate them to your water versus chasing the water they came out of. Chances are they'll do just fine. Bob, time for me, guys. Have a great night and a Merry Christmas, Bob Mods. Dream Team members and chatters. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Anyways, salt actually is a natural softener. That's what at-home water softeners do. Well, see, there you go. Apparently I was missing something. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. I can't wait to see those cories. Salt. That's all box stores know when they get salty when you tell them that's bad advice. They get salty. What else we got going on here? I don't know. I don't know how that would benefit the fish. It wouldn't be my go-to. Adding salt would not be my go-to. Oddball, do you have a fish or a website I should check out for fish? She just works for a fish shop. Like something farts, aquatic farts or .com or something like that. I don't remember. Hey, chill out, dude. Chill out. Anyways. All right. What else we got going on? We're gonna go for a couple more minutes. I'm already way past my bedtime. How many Chilotharina, Alani, Wapoga can I add to a 75 gallon? I want to have 20 at least. What's the max? I mean, if you're gonna do 20 at least, you are going to be be aware. Be aware of your hardscape for one, because they're going to run into everything. So I would not keep any hardscape towards the middle or upper water column. And honestly, in a 75, I mean, I think you're right there. I mean, I wouldn't do more than 24. Like 24 would be my absolute max. How do you fix a grainy cheese sauce? Add salt. Just add salt. Ginger says I have to go wrap some more presents. See you next time, Bob and chat folks. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Aquatic. Oh yeah, aquatic arts. That's right. What did I say? Aquatic farts. Anyways. We're at that weird part. We're at the weird part of the stream. Bob, how can I get my bettas to fight to the death slower? The show ends too soon. Also, is a shot glass too large of a tank to keep them in? So if you want your fish to be slower, I would recommend adding a little NyQuil to your tank. Make them a little sleepier. And you should get them to, fight a little bit longer. They'll be a little more groggy, and the fight should take a little bit longer. That's what I would do. A Bear Bottles Aquarium. You could try a blender. You can try a blender. Some dude. You're welcome. You're welcome. Honestly, you could probably do 24, but that would be like my max. Like my absolute max would be 24. But if you want to do 36, I'm sure you could. Thank you. Also, would be cool to do a segment once a week where people send in their tanks into you and you find ways to try and improve it. Well, I would be okay with people sending me their tanks, but I don't want to be like critical of them. I don't want to start criticizing people's tanks. And honestly, if somebody sent me, someone eventually would send a tank of like a 55 gallon with like Erotis cichlids and Oscars and just, African cichlids. You all seen those tanks where it's just like one of everything, one of every cichlid from Petco in a 55 gallon. And I would just be like, ugh, I can't do it. I can't say anything about this tank. I got nothing nice to say. Eventually it would happen. Good idea too. Maybe reduce the temps. I just assumed you already kept them in low temps. Hey. No. You sat on him, so don't get mad that he's in your personal space. That was your decision. Hey, Bob, if you had a 240 gallon had to keep North American natives in it, what would you keep? Oh, rainbow shiners. Like a bajillion rainbow shiners. Like, that's easy. I love rainbow shiners. Secret history living in your aquarium. I would try a rigged referee. Oh, kind of like the NFL. And illegal betting ring. Oh, kind of like the NFL. Like Fight Club, except all the money goes to you. Just like the NFL. Quack, what are you doing Saturday night at 2 a.m.? People get offended easily. I know it's a touchy subject. We are in that day and age of people getting offended by everything. What can you do? Doggy drama. Yeah. This Doberman, he'll literally jump up and like lay on someone and then growl at them for touching him. He doesn't like being touched. Even though you are the one that jumped and laid on him. The other two, they'll just like flop on top of each other and go to sleep. But this guy, don't touch him. Right? That's you. That's you, buddy. Here. There you go. It's brutally honest, though. Got to be real with people. Yeah, it just creates so much drama. It's hard. It's hard. Like even constructive criticism, people get angry about these days. Can't even be nice about it. Right? Come here. Come here. Oh, come here. Come here. Where are you? Come here. Come here. No, you're not going to do it now? Come on. Oh, now you're going to do it. There you go. Hey. Stop kissing me. Hey, Bob, if you had a 240 gallon... Oh, we already read that one. Okay, maybe cooler temps. Tank roast. Boom, roasted. Your aquarium, binge watching your videos. Secret history living in your aquarium. Binge watching your videos and setting black market betta fights. I'm thinking of pulling my yellowfin white clouds out in for the winter. They just look so bummed. I mean, my golden white clouds don't look very happy, but they're just sleeping. Like, it's that time of year, they kind of shut down. They sound exactly like my two dogs. Yeah. Oh, thanks for the hugs, buddy. Oh, thank you. You love giving me hugs, don't you? Yep. Thank you. Gotcha. Quack, excellent. I'll see you in the spot or the high rollers bet. People get offended too easily. You are wrong, and I'm deeply offended. Yep. Thanks, Bob, for all the answers. Seriously, checked off my current list of things to consider. Thank you. Till the next one. Happy holidays and keep it up. P.S. My 2 Aussies are glued to your stream. Awesome. I have a pug mix that does that to my Great Dane. It's so funny. Tank roast would be cool. I mean, if people wouldn't get mad, I would do tank roast. Boom roasted. Boom roasted. Jim, Gumby has a better body than you. Boom roasted. Where do I get rainbow shiners? From the place in Florida that I never remember. Well, first, let's see if Dan's Fish has rainbow shiners. Shiner. I'm just gonna search shiner. Rainbow shiners. Here you go. Look at that. The pinned link, rainbow shiners. 60 rainbow shiners available. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go here. 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 We're going to do this. We're going to do this. I'm going to do that. Go there. That is my affiliate link. And you can get rainbow shiners there. You can try Jonah's Aquariums, but I do not support Jonah's Aquariums because he was a jerk to me. So there you go. And there you go. A couple suggestions for you. Are CPDs too small to be kept with angels? Adult angels will snack on CPDs if given the chance. What are those mixed cichlids at big box pest stores? Usually African cichlids. If you see like mixed, they're normally African cichlids. Because that's how they show up on wholesale lists. So when you're looking at a wholesale list, they'll have each species, but then it'll have like mixed African cichlids for, like, if you buy a specific species, it might be $2, but if you buy mixed, then it's like $1.50. So they save a little bit of money by buying mixed. Basically, whatever they have the most of at the time and they need to get rid of. I live in Florida, and if you stop by after hours, I'll give you a fresh rainbow shiner. Okay. Sounds interesting. Okay. All right. I think they need to go OUT, which means it's time for me to go BYE. All right, go. Oh, interesting. No, they just refused to send me. I guess they weren't. So maybe jerk is a little harsh. I could say lacking customer service skills would be more appropriate. Maybe not so much jerks. Just if they're gonna be, a company in a resale operation, maybe they should practice a little bit better customer service. Is all I'm saying. That, and they refuse to send me fish. So, they're jerks. Allegedly jerks, right? Does that save me from a lawsuit if I say alleged? They're allegedly jerks? I don't know. Just do better in customer service. That's all I ask. Anyways, on that note, I think it's time to call it a night. No last minute questions, so that's gonna do it. We'll have, hopefully have our members only stream this weekend, and I hope to see you guys then. If not, I'll see you all next week. Have a great holiday season. Merry Christmas to everyone, and we'll be back here Monday, 5 p.m. PST. I don't have much to say tonight. Not much to say. Allegedly, yes. Agreed. Allegedly. Good night, and from the bottom of my heart, I wish you all a Merry Christmas. Kamantha, thank you, and thank you.